too much change, man. We back on it. Same shit, dog. Unofficially, I mean, it's like the real name of the mixtape is Put Niggas Out of Their Misery Part 2. So, what was I?
And you get crazy, and I get money. And you get crazy, and I get money.
I get crazy.
What?
I get crazy.
What?
I get crazy.
And I get money.
Get money.
And it is the Mars vs. Venus show. We have already fucked up.
Definitely. I've already fucked up. We are behind like a mug.
Behind like a motherfucker. Only on week 2. Well, actually week 3. Recording week 2.
Yeah, it's last week, this week. That's what we're doing.
Last week, this week.
Yeah.
We're probably not even going to talk about the shit that happened last week because you don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
If you're listening to podcasts, you've probably heard 8 other podcasts talk about the same shit.
Yeah, you're over it, we're over it. We saw it, we heard it. And good points were made, terrible points were made.
Funny points were made.
Yeah.
All points were made.
Yeah, I think we may be over sex dolls at this point, hopefully.
We are over sex dolls. I'm not even talking about the damn Grammys. Shout out to Kendrick though. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, that was, at least he walked away with a shit ton of awards. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, kick back and relax. It's episode 2 out of 6, y'all.
Yeah,
2 out of a confirmed 6.
Yeah.
Confirmed 6. We're going to get y'all 6 episodes. Now, considering this past week, I don't know if we'll be able to get them to you week by week. But once we actually get better at this, we might be able to do them week by week. But until then, we're going to just change the last promise a little bit and tell you we're going to give you at least 6 episodes.
Yeah, because
just not in 6 weeks.
Because our throng of millions and millions of fans have flooded our inboxes with demands and offers and even sacrifices.
What's that translates to is we've had 2 friends ask us about it. One in the group chat and the other one just shot me a text message.
Yeah, it was like, hey, y'all still on this type of shit? And we was like, yeah, well, then there was an argument ensued between both of the people who run the podcast on whose fault it was.
There was no argument. It was definitely his fault.
It wasn't my fault.
So picture this, right?
Don't picture shit.
Picture it, right?
Oh my God.
I'm over here saying, hey, you want to record something? This guy here, just chill. Just relax. We just recorded that last episode. We're going to make it happen. Calm down. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen. You just want to get on there and talk, don't you? You're just such a ham, aren't you? When in all actuality, I was just trying to muster up my strength, between work and school and still trying to do something fun on the side. But excuse me for trying to get some product out to people. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for trying to move a little audio weight.
Now y'all heard all that, right? You heard how she used that work in school and all that, but it was the same time telling me how exhausted she was.
I was exhausted. Okay,
so I told her, hey, just chill. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and rest. Man, don't you know this Negro turned directly over and conked out? Okay, barely got out of her mouth. Okay.
I did, but I was roaring and ready to go. If he hadn't said that, I was roaring and ready to go.
You can't be that roaring ready to go and beat the words out of my and be asleep before I even get the words out of my mouth.
I was roaring and ready to go. But once you told me you weren't going to do it, my body said, "Okay, it's time to release."
Man,
and I went to sleep.
Okay, thank God, and turned over
because I was holding on.
Right.
I was fighting all that sleep.
Right.
So I slept 3 days.
So basically, you would have fell asleep in the middle of recording a podcast.
No, I wouldn't have fell asleep. I would have popped that Red Bull like I just did so we could record this one.
Pop a perky, what you start up. 2 cups.
Water, just to start up.
Drink.
I heard that you got that water. Splash, splash, splash.
Oh, new Migos out, by the way.
New Migos out. Culture 2. I have not heard it yet. I have heard stir fry. I made some fried rice today. Shout out to you, Migos.
Huncho. You know how it goes, man.
Offset is my favorite Migo, but I do love Takeoff. I love Quavo too. Love all 3, but Offset is my favorite Migo.
Huncho.
Well, this guy shares a birthday with Quavo, so we know how that goes.
Hold on. We can't just make it seem like that's the reason. I didn't even know that shit
he didn't know it
until like a
He just
few months ago.
It's a spirit animal. Quavo's a spirit animal, guys. Everybody. But we got
a lot of the same things in common.
Back to the problem at hand. Don't get mad because you didn't know that Takeoff could take off.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We definitely talking about that. Y'all acting like y'all just finding out Takeoff can rap. Hey man, that's trash. That just goes to show y'all wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, because Intruder was bumping.
First of all, before that, the man pretty much single-handedly rode T-Shirt.
Definitely did, because he wasn't on Bad and Bougie.
Yeah, cause he did.
So,
but everybody was so focused on Bad and Bougie, which I understand, because it's black excellence. It was a classic.
But T-Shirt had that same vibe.
Yeah, and arguably you can put one or the other, but I mean, if one would have came before the other, hey, you never know what would happen. But I mean, like she said before though, when Offset was in jail, it was Quavo and Takeoff handling it. So I don't understand what people like. Yeah, that man can rap. He's definitely there. I guess because he wasn't on the big song, and I guess he's the third Migo. You know how I go in the group where being that third dude, tough boy.
What does that even mean, the third Migo? I mean,
because somebody that's how it is in a group.
I mean, that's
if there's
true.
A third person, someone always.
But he's not even the third. He's just the nephew, so he's the youngest.
It don't matter if there's 3 people in a group. Someone is going to pick the third one to be the third one.
This is true, but I don't even want to get into all of that because I have not heard the album yet. I'm going to give myself some time to listen to the album, and then we're going to come back to you and we're going to really discuss Culture and Culture 2 and be able to discuss the differences in it, what we liked about it, what we didn't like. It's going to be very minimal because I love everything about Culture, so I'm ready for Culture 2. If it's anything like Stir Fry, then I'm ready.
Oh, I'm always ready.
But yeah, episode 2 out of 6.
We here, I guess.
Out of 6 guaranteed.
Guaranteed 6.
You do not know how hard it's been trying to record this second episode.
Yeah, it's been tough.
It's been real tough.
Yeah, I don't feel like nothing's really been that interesting.
We've recorded like 4 times, and we're not using any of that shit.
Definitely. We might go off the cuff on this one.
We might just have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
None of that shit's been dope.
Yeah, we might actually be Googling and looking up shit as we talk to y'all.
Why not?
Conversations.
Why not? Let's get it in. Let's get it popping.
Yeah, let's see what we do.
My Cardi B voice.
Mars versus Venus.
Or Venus versus Mars.
Well, fine, you just gotta be. But it's all about equality over here. So we do both. Mars versus Venus, Venus versus Mars.
It's about equity over here. Never let them fool you with equality. It's all about equity. It's all about equity over here. So there it is, Venus show. What? Take it. We're here. We are here.
Cut it.
Y'all wasn't ready for that. Hold up. Y'all was not ready for that right there. Hold up. Let me bring that shit back.
And you get crazy. And I get money.
I get crazy.
What?
I get crazy.
And I get money.
Get money.
And you get crazy.
Crazy.
And I get money. Don't front like I just been jamming. All of a sudden hit the future reverse. The rap Benjamin Button. Cooler than a fan dipped in Cartier the Bachelor. Flow equivalent to cardiovascular system. I post in the track. Isaiah with the Pistons. I assist these bitches. Rap with the swag and oversaturate. A man with no hands trying to masturbate. That's hard to handle like I be. Propane in my IV. I do this no pride at 26 in the lobby. Trying to hit the jackpot at 26 in the slot machine. Niggas hopscotch, my every move is a quantum leap. The one is spoken by in the prophecy. Study green like it's botany. Boxing boy don't bother me. From Vietnam to Fallujah, ride a PT Cruiser like a GT losers.
You get money.
And you get crazy. And I get money. And you get crazy. And I get money.
I get crazy.
What?
I get crazy.
What?
I get crazy.
And I get money.
Get money.
And you get crazy.
Get crazy.
And I get money. Dude, I'ma die. Niggas can't digest it, can't quit. Been in shit since mom's second trimester. Wanna beat the king like Rodney, bring more than these jets. Graduated first semester, all titles get sequestered. My bad, Debo, repo. You living life behind you fucking people. Part of my ego. I'm in the game wildin' like I got a cheat code. In creep mode, 10 illegal. Looking for the chicks in the fist that see through. This one here's for my people. Last year they found a new hero. Oh shit, he done hit it with a sequel. They love it when I stun with stars like an evil. M terrific gift, bitch, I'm on that diesel. Artist, bitch, I piss upon your easel, cuz.
You get money.
And you get crazy. And I get money. And you get crazy. And I get money.
I get crazy.
What?
I get crazy.
What?
I get crazy.
And I get money.
You get money.
And you get crazy.
I get crazy.
And I get money.
Rap phenom, nah, I think it's something we agree on. Medallion like a billboard, diamonds moving neon. Fleece like Freon, women get pissed off at me for getting peed on. Flow like a menstrual cycle, no pad. Bust through a beat jack like a breech birth. Never talk money with broke niggas. Can't keep up like white people. The rhythm niggas blame not being able to see me on bad vision. I would too. Keeps a bull in this market, still clear. Move over, girl. Wish you never met today. I met her, came over. Express her gratitude. I'm on another latitude, longitude, another plane on different planes. I pull red bone stewardesses with attitudes. They say I'm getting money. At least I like to think I do. When niggas mention money, nobody ever think of you.
So many things, so little time. I had a lot of what the fuck moments this past week. One of my biggest ones. It might not be big to some, but it was big to me. I was in the Wawa. If you stay down in the South, you know about the Wawa. Some of the best subs next to public subs. If you've never had a public sub, do yourself a favor. Get a public sub.
Or get a Publix.
Get a Publix first and then get a public sub. I was at the Wawa. Went inside. It's been a damp day down here in sunny Florida. It's been raining all day. Nighttime. Went inside. Saw 3 young women in pajamas in the Wawa in the checkout line going through to get their shit and get out and go back out into the rain outside. All in the Wawa with it. Not nary one of these hoes had on shoes. Just flat foot, barefoot, bare ass feet on the floor. In public.
That's some country shit.
It was raining outside.
That's some shit. That's some country. I'm finna get a ringworm shit.
Throw away the whole foot.
Throw away the whole foot.
Throw the whole foot away. Like, how can you just walk around outside like that?
They could have been on mushrooms.
They weren't on mushrooms.
How do you know?
I don't. But even still, how could you walk around outside like that? There could be anything on the ground. Any type of bug or bacteria.
Maybe just getting back to nature.
Hypodermic needles.
Getting back to your roots.
There was a joke in that somewhere, but I'm going to leave it where it is. Because, hey.
I'm just saying, walking barefooted. That's how everyone used to walk around.
That
at some
was
point.
Used to, before there was pavement and hypodermic needles. But there is now pavement and hypodermic needles.
Hey.
You do not need to be out here barefoot.
You seem really concerned for their health.
I'm not concerned for their health. I was just concerned for their mental health, I guess. Like, what is compelling you to just walk through this Wawa? And the floor is dirty. All those people tracking in everything. Do you know how many people probably killed somebody and walked through the blood and then came in Wawa to buy some cigarettes? And you walking through that? Like, come on, man.
I mean, we could possibly do the numbers and find out what the probability is.
We could do the numbers and find out what the probability is.
Let's just take a guess. I'd say probably.
It's Florida, so I'm going to give it around 10.
In that store in a week, I think that probably 5 people come in that store who have killed someone in a week.
And 3 of them have on badges.
Message.
It was a message. Yeah, that was my WTF week.
So you saw some dirty foots in the store.
Some dirty foots.
You saw some dirty foots in the store with no shoes on.
Yeah, I saw some dirty foots. It had been a while since I've seen a dirty foot.
Oh, hold on. First of all, if you're not from Florida, which you probably are listening to this and don't need this explained, but
probably one of our friends.
Yeah, probably one of our friends.
Hey y'all, thank you for listening.
Yo,
we appreciate it.
Love it. But let's just say you happen to be from outside of Florida, maybe I don't know, South Carolina, or maybe somewhere different, Seattle. Maybe you're somewhere far off. You got bored and you double clicked on the wrong podcast and thought you were gonna get something about astronomy or something and end up listening to our ignorant asses. Well,
because the gender symbols in the thumbnail gave you no indication as to what this was about.
I don't know. You were probably high, so you probably thought you were gonna get some real enlightenment going on. There's none of that here. But a dirty foot is a term we use down here, especially in Tampa, that pretty much describes a homely looking woman
whose feet are actually dirty. Like they walk around outside in the dirt, so the
Yes.
bottom of their foot is black.
I mean, we're talking about a woman who deals just not necessarily the cleanest.
It's like a scallywag.
Yeah, scallywag. That's a good word for it. That's a good word. So that's what we use the term dirty foot for.
There we go.
Now, if this gets out into the social media, the soch, you know what I mean, and we start hearing people calling people dirty foots and all that type of stuff, we gonna come looking for it, because that's definitely Tampa shit.
I wouldn't say it was Tampa stuff. I heard that in Tallahassee when I was going to school up there.
That niggas up there.
I guess you can.
just letting
Tampa
you know.
didn't do everything.
I didn't say it did everything.
You're just gonna tell me y'all created Dirty Foot? Come on now.
Hey man, all I know is it was heavy around these parts.
While we are on Florida slang trivia, let's go ahead and enlighten you. Shone. That is a whore. If someone calls you a shone, they are calling you a whore, a Jezebel, a trollop, if you will. And there is your weekly Florida slang trivia.
I love trollop. That is underrated and underused.
You know what else is underrated? Scrumpet.
Scrumpet is definitely. Skip-scop.
Skip-scop's another. But scrumpet was Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
That was his word.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you, Ben.
Ben, look at you. Contributing to the culture with the lingo.
The lingo. You gotta start using scrumpets again. But it almost sounds like a little breakfast cake. Scrumpet is also a whore. Or it's like, I think it's a hooker or a whore or a lady of questionable moral character.
Again, we're not doing any fact checking at any point in time. We'll let you know when we are. At this point in time, we could possibly be completely wrong.
I went to a passion party and I totally saw on a little flyer that Ben Franklin was the innovator of the word scrumpet. So I'm going to go ahead and take that as fact, because everything you read at passion parties have to be true.
I had some passion fruit juice and I just sat on a sofa, and I did not go to a passion party.
I wasn't really feeling the passion party. I'm not a passion party type of girl, you know. I also don't like male strippers. Did not say I did not like strippers. I said I do not like male strippers. I will go to a strip club with women all day, but I do not want a man touching me. Like, if you're dancing, you have glitter on your balls and they're sweaty, then the glitter's sticking to me and it's cutting me in my skin when I dry off. There's just so many factors. You have a high chance of him going through your purse. I don't carry purses, so it's no big deal for me. But he's probably going to go through your purse. Do you know, at the show that I went to my first and last male review, freshman year of college. It was ladies thing Friday or whatever. My friends got VIP seats. I didn't get VIP seats because I got my ticket late and it was the same price as their seats. So they got to sit in the front row. I was so relieved I had to sit in the back, because that stripper came down and danced on one of my friends and she was not ready for it. She did not want that. And I didn't want it either. I didn't want him touching me. I didn't toss a one, not one. Shout out to my innovative friend though, or cheap friend, broke college friend, whatever you want to call it at the time, but she was picking up ones off the floor and giving them back to him, you know, so it's like she was still getting her dance. So she had a continuous dance. I thought that was very ingenious, but this dude picked up this lady's purse and went through it, and she had like a vibrator in her purse.
She was there on business, boy.
She was had to be there on business, and he pulled it out, and I was just like, there were so many things wrong with that whole setup, and I knew at that point in time I never wanted to see another male stripper.
So when guys go to the strip club, they clearly don't have that problem, because any guy that's in a strip club wants to be there. Like I didn't, y'all are.
But the guy may or may not have a purse for her to go through.
I mean, so what's the problem? The purses or the strippers?
That is an invasion of personal space.
So male strippers is an invasion of personal space.
Yeah.
So you just don't like male strippers?
I don't. I've said this. I just said it. I don't like male strippers. Everything about a male stripper to me is just wrong. I don't care that a person's a male stripper, but I personally would not go to see a male stripper perform at all. Now, I love seeing women strippers. They are so talented, especially their arm strength, their upper body strength for them to do all those pole exercises. Have you ever seen when they both get on the pole together and they twirl around it and stuff?
Is that a serious question? Of course I've seen that.
I saw the one where the girl was laying sideways and she was like holding on to it and the other girl was standing on her leg. There are some talented people out there
I mean,
in these strip
you
clubs.
definitely going to have a lot of upper body strength. You're going to need a lot of upper body strength just to tote around like 20 pounds of extra ass. You should probably work out before doing that. You know, legs and upper body. You know, you're going to get on the pole.
Yeah, they're quite a treat.
Oh, we support the naked hustle.
We definitely support the naked hustle. Iceberg Live.
All I need is
One
one blue
blue dolphin
dolphin
to be in my
vibe.
vibe. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Florida. Gotta love it.
You gotta be from. You gotta be from here to understand it.
So, hey, look, flat earthers. Let me tell you something. The Earth is round. Okay, all right. It is round. It's such a sphere. And if you don't believe that, cool. That's fine. But what I need y'all to get together and do is stop your little flat earther brethren from trying to shoot himself into the sky.
Oh, Mr. The 61-year-old dude who's finna shoot himself 1,800 feet into the sky.
And did he make the rocket?
He definitely made the rocket.
Lord, he's gonna kill himself.
It was the whole process was supposed to, I guess, happen last year, but it got halted due to government interference, ironically, and some issues he himself had with the rocket. I'll say this: the Earth is probably not a perfect sphere, probably globular, you know, in actual shape if you were to take the ocean off, because, you know, there's dips there. But, you know, if y'all are really thinking like personal pan pizza shaped out there, I just feel like y'all were the ones who were just like writing notes to girls in science class and y'all heard nothing.
Or you skipped to go smoke or something. I don't know.
I mean,
but I can't, like, hey, I'm all for you believe in what you want to believe, and you have every right to believe what you want to believe. But sir, if you really are considering shooting yourself up there, I want you to make all your arrangements.
But it's only 1,800 feet, so
get your will in order, kiss your family, and tell them that you're going out like old buddy did on Independence Day.
I think he'll be all right. I mean, you get him. He's constructed a steam-powered rocket.
Steam-powered rocket. Okay, that always ends well with steam-powered engines. Yeah, shout out to John Henry.
He is going full bottle rocket up into 1,800 feet.
And how is he coming back?
I mean,
because I'm sure this is one of those it only works once deals.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
he's gonna jettison himself out.
It's a steam rocket, so I'm sure he's got some type of
hydraulic system,
some type of landing gear in place, so parachutes. I'm pretty sure his trajectory is set up so it'll probably land over some water.
So how is he doing test runs? Man, are you telling me there are no test runs?
That's a good question. Are there test runs of this? I haven't really been keeping up that much.
Because if he's planning to shoot himself 1,800 feet in the sky,
and hasn't actually shot himself,
yes,
any distance into the sky,
exactly.
We're just going off of this is
how it's supposed to work.
Off the scrumph.
This is probably going to turn into one of those bet you can't do this on concrete scenarios. This is somebody go get your boy.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I like to see it. I like to see it happen.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't want to see that.
Why don't?
You don't want to see a man pass away before your eyes.
You want me to answer that honestly?
No, I don't. Not on here.
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Like, I mean, if he's gonna shoot himself up into the sky via steam rocket, if it turns out great, I'm there to congratulate him. If it turns out horribly, I'll be there to take my hat off. But either way, I'll be there.
That's terrible.
What?
Speaking of shooting shit up in the sky, right? Do you know that there is a person on this earth right now that is so terrible that the government where he's like, the government of the place he's being held is working on a mechanism that will be able to shoot him into the sun?
Yes, we read this actually a while back, but we had to bring it up because that's, we gotta kill some time in this shit, podcast. Can't have too much dead air.
How many times are you gonna say podcast?
How many times have I said it?
A lot.
When?
In all the recordings we've done, you said it. And the other one, I think they know it's a podcast.
Okay, I won't mention it again.
You will, but it's cool.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it no more.
I'm not even gonna be self-conscious about it, guys.
No, I'm just not gonna say it no more because I've said it in all the other ones, which is one. But we'll continue.
Oh no, other recordings. We've recorded like 5 things that we're probably not gonna keep.
Okay, so the guy in Mexico. This is the country he's from.
Mexico.
Or no, actually,
I thought it was
it was Central America.
Okay.
It was somewhere in Central America. This guy, I guess he's some prolific, horrific, like sexual predator, and he has a serious body count on him. So it's so bad that when he was caught, the government there basically wanted to shoot the prison that he was in into the sun. I don't know how they got to that conclusion before coming to any other ones of finding a way to do away with them, but that's where they went with it. And I don't know what else to even tell you about it. That was, now granted, his story is ridiculous. He's harmed hundreds of people.
Oh yeah, he definitely needs to go to the sun. I just want to see how they're going to pull this off.
Yeah, I want to see how they're going to get a whole prison into the sun launched.
I don't think they're going to launch the prison, just him. If they just tie him to a rocket and shoot him into the sun, just him, I really think they have a chance. He's definitely going to die before he gets to it, because they just know that, like, everybody is watching it through their little special goggles, and they just see a little black spot flare up real quick on the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's him.
So do you tie him to the outside of the rocket or to the so we
tie him to the rocket with no protective gear?
No protective gear, but I mean none of them will make it to the.
I know, but it's just fun.
Shit, man! If all upstairs neighbors would have kept it up, they would have been right there with him, man.
Oh yeah, they were terrible.
Yeah, they were horrible. They definitely got kicked out for executing someone's pet rabbit, and this is not a joke.
You know, well, it was the
no
kids.
No exaggeration.
It was the kids that tortured and killed someone's pet rabbit out here. And
yes.
I guess that was the last straw, so.
Yeah, somebody has a pair of children that are into animal torture, you know. Early serial killer shit, nothing to be alarmed about. Bro, them motherfuckers brought the property value down by like 8% by themselves. It was.
That is wishful thinking. Although, if you do know somebody with some really cheap rent, please holler at us. Because it is, whew, what y'all really want? Why is rent so expensive?
What do you want from me?
Why is rent so expensive? Like, you're not even living there forever.
Because it's a necessity.
Oh, my goodness. Like, you know I need somewhere to stay. And you know I like being able to sleep without roaches crawling all over me. And you know I like to be able to stay somewhere where I don't have to sleep on the floor in fear for stray bullets coming through the window. So because I want to stay in a nice neighborhood and want to have a real roof over my head, you're going to tax me?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
That sounds like a great idea, actually.
That's capitalism.
Yeah, it is. It's the world we live in.
That is the world we live in. I'm just trying to get to a place where I don't have to pay for stuff anymore. Like, I want to get to a place where I just get that you good, you know?
What? That you have to pay for stuff anymore?
Yeah, like you walk into a store and you start walking out and somebody recognizes you and they're like, oh no, you're good. And you just walk the hell out. Like how celebrities be feeling. I have to do something to get famous so I can get like that.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, so I'm like, how is this going to come about?
Yeah, I have to get famous somehow.
Oh, okay. So you're banking on some type of fame here.
I'm not banking on it. I doubt that'll ever happen, but it'd be nice to get famous so I could just walk in the stores and walk out with what I want and people are just like, you're good, and not like arrest me like Winona Ryder.
You could do that now.
Yeah, but I get arrested like Winona Ryder.
You don't have to get arrested. You come in, you ask for the owner or the proprietor. You sit them down and you negotiate with them. Hey, I notice this ain't so good of a neighborhood, and you know sometimes break-ins happen.
You mean to tell me I'm gonna charge them for protection, and if they don't pay, I'm going to go and fuck their shit up?
I didn't say anything about that.
That is extortion.
That what you're explaining is definitely extortion, but I didn't even say any of that.
Then where were you going with this?
I was saying that you seem to be in a bad neighborhood. Things happen around here, and I tell you what, for no charge at all, I can install some security.
But for a small donation to help keep our business going, we take donations. But there's no charge for our service.
No charge for service.
But this is a powerful suggestion that you're going to use our service and pay a very nice donation, and that's not extortion?
No, because if that's the case, I can just go on about my business and remove my security.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to another topic before he gets us all cased up.
How? I can't get no one arrested.
Gets us all cased up. talking this foolishness
Hey, man,
about
everybody
extorting
grown.
neighborhood
Everybody grown. You do what you want to.
proprietors and pillars in the community and
I
want to
didn't
take
say
money
do
from them.
nothing.
Out here robbing people and good people.
Who am I robbing? Who's good?
Old Miss Jackson across the street
Look,
don't do nothing to nobody.
I'm
And
tell
you
you
over here
right
talking
now.
about charging her for protection.
Good, bad. I don't eat from that tree.
The wonderful Burt Wonderstone was a great movie.
Yeah,
y'all.
Burt Wonderstone is shit.
That was a great movie. And that is a good measure to live by. Shout out to Jim Carrey for that. Good, bad, I don't eat from that tree.
My man, yeah, I mean, if you are admitting not to having a conscience, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going with it. Since you say you want to extort old people.
I didn't say anything. I didn't use the E word. You did.
Right. Extortion is what that is. You were going to extort old people.
No.
This is the type of world we live in.
I was going to help old people.
Right.
People like to prey on old people. People like to extort old people. I would keep them from getting extorted.
Moving right the hell along, because again, you will get us cased up. Let's talk about something exciting, right? Let's talk about first dates and who pays. Who is taking on that charge on that first date?
Everybody should just go Dutch. It just saves any type of anything.
Everybody.
No arguments. No innuendos. Boy, I butchered that word.
Innuendos. In the windows. No in the windows.
Victor.
We're not going there. We're not going there. I don't know who let him. But we're not going there.
I love it. Just go Dutch. Everybody's making their own money. Go Dutch.
Definitely go Dutch. That's my opinion. I'm cool with paying for myself on the first date. I have no problem at all paying for myself. I will not pay for you, but I have no problem paying for myself on the first date. Now, if something happens and you talking about you left your wallet, I'm so sorry. But you will not get me because I know all the tricks.
Yeah.
You won't get me. You left your wallet. I'm sorry to hear that. Separate checks, please. Appreciate that. Will you hit me up when you get home? Or I'll wait for you to sit here and figure it out and transfer from your savings to your check-ins or do whatever you need to do. Sell a little of your cryptocurrency right away and cash it out. However you want to do that. See if they take cryptocurrency. You have that Bitcoin sitting over there. See if they'll take that Bitcoin so you can pay your bill. But I'm not paying it. But yeah, Dutch is cool with me.
Yeah, I don't see the point of anything other than that. This is my thing. I think people need to stop making these dumbass correlations. If you pay for my food and you take me out to eat, that means you're willing to invest in me. No, it just means he'll pay for this meal and the chances of possibly like banging you later. That's pretty much what that means. It could mean he likes you. It could just means he want to go on a date. It could just means he know y'all like to eat. Women like to eat.
I mean, it could be all of that. I don't necessarily think it's dumb if you are thinking that, hey, the man should pay for it or however you want to do it. I don't think that's wrong at all because that's that old school way of thinking. And that's cool, I don't mind it. I actually did have a friend say that he would take offense if he tried to pay for something on the first date and she didn't really want to. And I can understand where he's coming from because what he was saying is that if he tried to pay for something on the first date and she says no, then he's going to take that as an indication of her not feeling him or it's not going well. And I was like, I never took that stance on it. I always was just like, hey, I want you to know that it's cool. I can take care of myself. We're still going to know each other, so I can pay for my own bill or whatever. Now, if you want to go do something extravagant and you decide not to let me know, I'm not paying. You want to go totally skydiving or something I'm not paying for that.
If you're inviting someone out somewhere, that's an event. You got a whole thing set up like we go to dinner, a movie, or you're trying to go freaking horseback riding or painting or something like that. And that's totally different. Whoever comes up with the idea, they should definitely foot that bill. But like a mutual interest, they're both hungry. We both should go. I think about getting something to eat, or just pay for you. Both of you pay for yourselves. It shouldn't be I should have to get it. You're the man, or she should have to just pay for yourselves. I feel like there's too much stress even put on that. If everyone's just come to the table and just pay for themselves, we shouldn't even be arguing about that. Who pays for who? Like if that isn't one of the most pettiest arguments ever in life, who pays for who?
That is a very petty argument, and then the argument also leads into other things like, okay, you live together. who covers the bills? Like, are you splitting it 50-50? Does the person who makes more cover them? Does the man just cover them off top? And I've seen conversations where there are women that are saying things like, well, you know, I grew up with my grandfather taking care of my grandmother, and I saw my dad take care of my mom, and I feel like it's the man's job to go out and win the bread, be the breadwinner, win the bread, be the breadwinner, and I'm going to stay at home, just keep everything clean. And that's fine. If that's what you want to do, that's completely okay. But I'm working. I like working. I like having my own money. And yes, things are 50-50 around here. And that's cool. I have no problem with things being 50-50 because, again, I like working. I like having something to bring to the table. I don't need him to go out here, break his neck. It's cool.
I would also, my thing on it is, they're talking about their grandparents. That was decades ago in a total different economy with a total different
mindset,
societal setup.
They wouldn't let women work.
And yeah, that's why you saw your mom, your grandmother at home, because men thought that she was too dumb to get a job.
Exactly.
But I mean, if you want people to think you're too dumb to get a job today or get a good job, by all means, go ahead. Because that option is there for you to take. But I mean, another thing I don't understand is the things that we do pick and choose to take back from times before. Like, I don't understand some of the fascination with certain things that we pick and choose. Some of the things I do understand, some of them I don't. Like the good old days. Who the hell was at the good old days for? Women was getting beat, getting spanked.
Oh, you know who was the good old days for.
Oh, we know who was the good old days
Anyone
for.
who wasn't oppressed at the time by race or gender, or creed or sexual orientation.
Right.
That was the good old days to them.
Yeah.
But let's save that for another day.
Yeah, that's a total other thing. But these good old days, some of these black folks are talking about, some of everyone talks about in general. I'm just a little curious because in the same sentence, they talk about the good old days. They turn around and talk about how far we've come from things and how progressive. We progressive doing stuff from the good old days? Which one is it?
We don't know what we want.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and just say that it's all about pretty much what you were brought up on. Just it makes you feel comfortable. There's that box for you, so
But
you're willing to sit in it.
You have to step outside that box sometimes. Just in general, in life, there are some things that we become so accustomed to doing or saying or
that are really trash for us. Extremely
trash. Like we're
so used to it.
We just do it because we're used to it. And you got to step outside that comfort zone. There is so much more out here that you could touch, that you could get your hands on, but you're missing out on it because you're in your comfort zone.
Like if the man or the woman makes $60,000-$70,000 a year, you make only maybe between 30 to 20, and you only pay a bill or two and let them pay everything. How? Just sit back and do the math on that. Does that even come out the same? You're going to completely exhaust the person with the most money's resources and not touch yours.
But I do think in that situation though, if there's that much of a difference in your pay, then there should definitely be like a ratio.
Yeah, there's definitely a ratio
as far as how much you pay and how much they pay.
Oh no,
that way it doesn't put either one of you in a bad spot.
Yeah, it makes sense according to what you have. I mean, they do rent like that. It's prorated, so it makes sense. I'm saying
they do rent like that. Well,
rent's prorated to. Certain rents are prorated to how much you make.
Oh yeah, that's not our rent though.
I didn't say ours.
You made it sound like that was something we could go get.
No, nigga, I just said in life.
Got me excited. I thought I had missed out on something.
You were listening too hard. I said in life. I said they can go do that. No one said anything about where we live.
You had me excited, y'all. I was about to go today.
Everyone heard what I said. I didn't say anything about we could go.
I didn't say you didn't say it. All I'm saying is all I heard was there was prorated rent out here, and I was trying to figure out where they did that at. But now that I know it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with you.
Then there we go.
Yeah.
But I got excited.
Yeah, false sense of security.
All I heard was cheaper money. What?
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Yeah, well, that looks like it's been about 40 minutes. That about do it.
Yeah, it's time to end it.
Yeah, been about 40. I'm getting hungry anyways.
And we're still trying to work on that whole ending thing.
Yeah, how to put the kibosh on it.
Working on how to finesse that. can't really play any music for y'all this time because we're running out.
Yeah. We gotta conserve. So if you guys got any ideas on how to end this, in the future,
because we're just gonna keep ending this shit abruptly. Like we have no other.
Yeah. We're fresh out of ideas early.
And in the spirit of ending shit abruptly.